What's happening, guys, and welcome back to the Galactic Explorers Podcast, episode 7. We're there, guys. We're coming up to number 10, nearly there. Today, I am joined by James. How are you doing, James?
Hello. I'm good, thanks. How about you?
I'm really good, thank you very much. And
Good.
the long-awaited return of Mr. Craigie.
All right.
How you doing, mate?
I'm doing good, mate. I'm doing absolutely brilliant.
Fantastic. So, we're getting on to the final few weeks before release of the game.
Oh, I can't wait.
I know, I'm getting like goose pimples. Literally, I'm getting goose pimples right now thinking about it.
You know, I've told you it comes out on my birthday, right?
Yeah, that's your present to yourself, isn't it?
Well, no, I'm trying to convince my parents.
Okay.
Especially
wink.
since they've announced the Steelbook.
Yeah. Maybe the counsellor can, elbow Sean in the ribs to ask him for a free copy,
Oh, it's Deputy Mayor now.
Deputy Mayor. Oh,
Yeah. Gone up in the world.
By the way, guys, for some context, Craig's Farjar has...
My Farjar.
Farjar is now... he was counsellor for... was it just counsellor for Warrington?
For one of the boroughs of Warrington.
For one of the boroughs in Warrington, but now he's obviously been promoted. So congratulations.
Well, he's still a councillor, so but he's
extra
Deputy Mayor
titles.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Extra achievements.
Yeah, achievement unlocked.
Yes. So, guys, what I want to know.
But this has nothing to do with No Man's Sky.
You guys. Yeah, nothing to do with No Man's Sky because this is a conversational podcast. What have you guys been playing lately?
Craig, do you want to start off?
Yeah, sure. I've been playing. I've been doing my weekly stream of Elder Scrolls Online.
Ooh. You can check him out, guys, on his YouTube channel. And is it Pixel Bandits channel?
Pixel Dragon.
Pixel Dragon, there we go.
But specifically, which is a part of the wider Pixel Bandits family.
There you go.
Nice.
I've been playing some Screen Cheat.
I did see that, yes. I did see.
Again, with Pixel Dragon. That's a lot of fun.
It does look a lot of fun, to be fair. Have you seen this, James?
No, I haven't.
It's a first-person shooter,
Okay.
but you're invisible, and all the other guys are invisible, but you've got to look at...
What?
You've got to
So
look
you
at
know
the
how
other
back
screens.
in the day, how you'd sit around playing, say, GoldenEye, for example.
Yeah.
You and your mates crowded around your N64, and you'd look at your friend's screen to see where they were on the map.
Oh, yeah.
You basically have to do that,
Basically, you have to do that to find where they are.
because they're all
That's
invisible.
insane.
Because you're all invisible.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
That sounds like such a laugh, though.
It is.
We're going to be streaming it soon, so it's going to be a lot of fun. But I've also
Excellent.
been playing a lot of Dark Souls 3 as well,
Ooh. Yay, I mean...
which has just devoured my free time because I love it.
Yeah, you're very into your hard games, aren't you, Craig?
Love it. I love a challenge.
I like a challenge. I don't like getting pissed off so much. And neither do my controllers. So yes, what about you, James? What have you been playing lately?
I've been playing Dark Souls 1, actually.
Ooh, another one.
This is the first time I've ever played a Dark Souls game.
What do you think?
So
Welcome to the fold.
I love it and hate it at the same time.
Yeah.
It's one of them games where it's just so aggravating, but it's so rewarding as well.
Yeah. I think it's one of those games where... Well, for me, it's not the best that I play it just because when I have free time, I want to be able to play something and enjoy it without getting stressed out.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because obviously gaming for me now is a stress relief kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's a chill out time, and it's definitely not a chill out game, is it?
It's not, no.
No.
Well, actually, no, you say that, but I actually find it quite relaxing.
Really?
Well, it's like the MMO logic of equipment grinding and
Yeah.
going around, and because you've got to get that one piece of armor that this one person drops, because everyone knows that Fashion Souls is best souls.
Yeah, I suppose. But then again, MMOs don't infuriate you as much as Dark Souls does, I don't think.
No,
I think because
they're
what...
not designed to.
Yeah, because I think with Dark Souls, because you're solely relying on yourself, and that if you
you can bring other players.
well, you can, but obviously I think a lot of the time it is mainly played as a single player game, isn't it?
Yeah.
They've actually taken the Dark Souls 1 multiplayer down now.
Have they?
They did it in on April the 13th
Oh, that's
of this year.
depressing.
I know. I tried to play with my friend the other day and we couldn't do it.
Well, that's
unfortunately.
Well, you'll just have to get Dark Souls 3 and play with me.
Yes, I will have to do that.
Friendships are formed on the podcast. But yeah.
Speaking of the podcast.
Speaking of podcasts, exactly. So, moving on. So we've got a couple of 3 topics to talk about today. We'll kick off with what kind of discoveries, apart from the ones that we know of, so obviously like animals, ships, and like the little outposts and things like that. What other discoveries do you think we could find, and also what kind of discoveries would you like to be implemented into the game if they aren't there in the first place?
Well, we know there's going to be like the obelisks and whatnot that teach you about the alien language, etc. Yeah. And that's really cool. That's a sort of it reminds me a lot of the monkeys dancing around the stone pillar.
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
Peter Pan. In the animated film Peter Pan, when they're all dancing around, yeah. I can't decide whether to class it as a collectible or not, because usually collectibles are things that you collect, but they don't usually give you anything unless you collect them all. Discoverables, yeah. It is. It's one of these really weird things. What to class it as, isn't it?
Do we think there's going to be ground vehicles?
No, not as far as I know of.
Because this is something that I've been thinking about quite a lot recently. The planets are obviously of such a grand scale.
Yeah.
That it's going to take days, months, years to fully explore a single planet.
Yeah. They have said they're like Earth size, yeah.
So, to have ground vehicles, I think, would be beneficial to the game.
Yeah. But then again, your ships, as far as we've seen, the ships are only a certain size, and it would.
You can fly in atmosphere as well.
Yeah, and it would mean
you can miss stuff.
Yeah, but it would mean if you do create like a land vehicle, that you would have to leave it behind or break it down again into its.
That's a good point. Actually, would it be worth it to create a ground vehicle?
Because obviously,
to explore that one planet,
you got to collect at least like 2 or 3 elements having you to create some of these technologies, and they're just like the small upgrades.
Yeah.
Whereas to create a whole vehicle from scratch.
Yeah. No, that's fair. I just thought it would be something cool.
It would definitely be cool. Yeah.
It would definitely be a really handy utility as well.
Yeah. I mean, I hope that I don't want to say hope, but because obviously we've got to refuel our ship. Whether we have to fill it up with fuel just for inter-system flight. So obviously I know we know we have to get fuel to fly from one star system to another. But when obviously we're inside a star system, flying from one planet to the next, is that going to take up fuel as well? And if that's the case, if it doesn't, then obviously it's going to be fine flying around a planet, isn't it? And obviously discovering as much as we can in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Obviously, if it's going to be a case where we've got to fuel it up all the time, it's going to make that a lot harder, and you're going to have to think about is it going to be worth it, especially if you come on a planet where there's hardly anything there visually anyway to see. It's going to be a lot of case of flying somewhere, landing, and then testing out whether it's got the right minerals and stuff there.
I think what's going to happen is that we will have like unlimited like standard fuel.
Right, yeah.
And then we have to collect the resources for the hyperdrive fuel.
Right.
Because you could easily just like go into outer space and then accidentally run out of fuel. If there's no asteroids around you or anything, then you're stuck.
Yeah.
You'll just be floating there.
I mean, in Elite Dangerous, my own Varja mentioned this, that there are actual in-game players who only store fuel in their cargo spaces, and they've got this thing where if someone runs out of fuel in mid-flight, that they can send out a message and they will come and pick them up and trade fuel with them for whatever's in their cargo hold. So
like a portable petrol station.
Yeah, kind of thing. I mean, obviously that's not going to work in this game, because obviously we're never going to even see anyone, more than likely.
We might. I know a lot of people are saying, "Oh, you're never going to see another player."
Yeah,
but I think it
is possible. But
yeah, there's going to be enough players. There's going to be enough people playing that you inevitably, and you will eventually bump into another player.
You reckon?
I reckon so.
I'm going to spend the rest of my life on this game, so I'm pretty sure I'll find someone else in my lifetime.
See, it'd be cool, but I think I prefer it if it wasn't as occurring as Elite Dangerous, because Elite Dangerous, I've seen a fair few people, and it's only the Milky Way galaxy, and it's still a massive map. Like if you zoom out, it looks pretty much exactly like No Man's Sky's galactic map does. It's that packed.
Yeah.
The star systems and things. At times with Elite Dangerous, you'll see like a fair few people, so like 4 or 5 people in one system, and then you won't see anyone for a while. So I don't think I'd like it. Like I think I'd prefer it like you'd see one person every 10 hours or something, and it'll be quite like a defining moment. You'll see them. You go, oh, there's another person there. Rather than seeing someone.
I think we won't really know if it's another person. I don't think, because I don't think there's going to be an indicator as to whether it's a player or not. I think you'll just see a ship and think, oh, it's a ship.
Well, I know on the Elite Dangerous, on the scanner, it comes up if it's they've got like individual icons for like ships and planets and things, but for the ships, it's like a diamond shape.
Yeah.
Or a triangle shape, I can't remember. But it's completely coloured in if it's a computer, it's an NPC, or if it's a real player, it's like an empty shape. It's the empty shape of it. So whether it's something like that is implemented in the game, I don't know.
Potentially.
But yeah, getting back onto finding like discoveries on a planet. Apart from obviously, like you said, the obelisks, animals. Ships, if we discover a ship, what we can obviously keep for ourselves. What others would you like to see?
Well, I've got one, but I honestly don't think it's going to be in the game.
Right.
I would love to see like just cave paintings of like the history of like the factions.
Yeah,
that would be quite cool. Yeah,
like you just like discover an underground cave. And you just see the paintings on the wall, like lit up by like some fire or something. I just think it would be really, really amazing.
Very atmospheric.
Yeah, it would just really give you a feel for that civilization.
Yeah, especially if it's like a planet that's dead. So it's like like Mars, where they think that there could have been life on there millions of years ago, billions of years ago. So like a dead planet, you go into a cave, and there was signs of life had been there. Millennia ago and things. That'd be so cool. Yeah. So I mean, there's that one picture of I don't know if it's I don't think it's the snow planet, but I think it's another snow planet where that ship's crashed into the planet, that massive ship, and seeing things like that would be really cool. Like, obviously, I can't imagine you have to name those ships, because obviously it's a giant ship was crash landed. It's already got a name, hasn't it?
But then it'd be like, oh, what happened here?
Yeah, but like a discovery, breaking inside to it in some way, either one of the
finding the ship's logs.
Yeah, like the black box kind of thing.
Yeah,
finding out what happened, how it crashed, and things like that. Or even if you get like rare technologies or rare elements in there, like a stash and things, it would be quite cool. I mean, I did see, so it's like someone else on the Facebook group asked like, what are we going to be able to name, and like some people was like suggesting like some of the oceans, but I think that might be a little bit too in depth, perhaps.
Ocean
in depth, yes, I know, right?
Wow.
Because I mean, it's going to be hard enough trying to think of more than 10 planet names, isn't it? Eventually, you're going to get to like after naming 10 planets, you're going to be like, oh, what am I going to name this one? Never mind.
Lunchbox Gaming 25.
Yeah, never mind.
Penis 3000.
Yeah. Just name it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Wangtopia.
Yeah, Wangtopia.
I'll probably name some planets after Dragon Ball Z.
Yes.
Most likely.
Yes.
Like Planet Vegeta, if I find.
Oh, there's going to be
Planet
so...
Namek.
Yes.
It's just going to be great.
It would be awesome. You never know, we might actually find a dragon on one of the planets.
Oh.
I know, right? Or Saiyans.
Oh my days, that'd be amazing.
I know, right?
The factions are just Saiyans.
It's just one of the DLC factions. Oh no.
Yeah.
It would be pretty awesome.
Someone's got to make a mod for that on PC.
Oh.
It would be quite funny, to be fair. But it's like just trying to think of like some of the discoveries what would be cool, but whether it's going to be actually possible, it's a bit meh. But yeah,
it's quite hard to talk about, seeing as we don't know too much of the game, really.
Exactly, especially like apart from obviously we know like the animals and the planets, and I think can we name star systems?
I
believe so.
Yeah, if you're the one who discovers all the planets in that star system or something, or if you're the first person there.
I'm sure you can.
So.
Yeah,
I've seen that happen on was it Jimmy Fallon? But I don't know if that's if that's an actual aspect of the game.
Yeah, I know you mean. They named it after him, didn't they? That star system.
Yeah.
But like obviously we know about them things, and obviously if we're the first person to find a certain type of ship, we can name that ship, and everyone else who buys that ship afterwards can't name it. They'll get the same named ship. But apart from that, we don't know really much about any of the other discoveries. But yeah, so kind of like segueing onto this one, then we know there's going to be certain natural phenomenons in the game, like black holes. Obviously, are we going to be able to like name them or just like discover them, and it'll pop up on whatever this format of sharing our discoveries is going to be? What other natural phenomena do you think we could come across in the game?
I reckon there's going to be electrical storms.
That would be awesome.
Oh, like in the volcano ones.
Yeah,
when you see
probably going to be like gas nebulas as well that mess with your scanners, so you gotta be careful when you fly.
Just like Faster Than Light.
Yes, exactly like FTL.
Yeah. Oh, what a game! Have you played that, James?
I haven't.
No.
Oh, so good.
It is. But yeah, so like, I do quite like that, like phenomena that will affect how you play the game and things. That would be pretty.
Solar flares.
Yeah. See, that's what I mean. I can't decide whether this game is a simulation or a just a survival kind of game, survival adventure game.
It ticks so many boxes.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But that's what I mean, though. I don't know whether it's going to go that far into being a simulation where it's going to obviously have such these kind of phenomenons. I'm going to have that stuck in my head now. But do you know what I mean, though? Because obviously they've built such a large universe. It still has to have rules, doesn't it? And obviously,
I'm quite easily pleased when it comes to like that kind of thing. Really, like I'd be happy to find a planet, go down there, and just see like a massive canyon or floating mountains and stuff like that, or waterfalls. Like it's just everything. I'm just excited to see everything.
But that's what I mean, though. But it's like in Minecraft, though, where you get like the natural looking, obviously not natural because it's all square, but the naturally forming like mountains, don't you? But then you get like the odd 6 or 8 block little bit of spit of land sticking out of the side of a mountain, what's not even connected to the mountain or anything. It's just floating there in midair, and it kind of
Skybox.
It's just floating there.
Like we have seen like a video of like the floating mountains.
Yeah, but they're obviously they look like they're supposed to be floating mountains, don't they?
Yeah.
Whereas obviously, like in Minecraft, it just looks like 6 or 7 blocks just floating there out in the middle of nowhere, and it's kind of off-putting. For me, it is anyway. It's kind of off-putting at times. See, would certain things like that occur? Do you reckon in No Man's Sky? So obviously we've got the floating mountains, but they look like this stuff out of Pandora.
Episode.
Pardon?
Yeah.
Pandora of Pandora and things like that. But do you reckon we'll come across things where it just like a tree what's supposed to be stuck in the ground, but half of it's actually hanging out of the ground, and it's only supported by one branch or something? It's going to kind of be a bit off-putting, I reckon.
Well, I think this is another thing about this game, is that so much about it is still speculative.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much what this podcast is about. It's
conversational.
Exactly.
It's speculation. It's
crazy. It's crazy to try and wrap our minds around something so large, but also something that we know very little about. It's like obviously real scientists trying to talk about some of the stuff what goes on in the universe far, far away. I kind of feel like that, but obviously in a dumbed down version, kind of thing. I mean, obviously we know there's going to be black holes in the game, and I have touched on this before. Are we actually going to visually see them or not?
I want to go through one.
I want to go through one too.
Yeah.
I hope that's what's at the centre. I really do.
A wormhole to another galaxy or whatever.
Yeah. I think that'd be amazing.
It would be.
Just going towards it and be like, am I going to die or not?
Yeah.
Just like Deep Space Nine. You don't know what's going to be on the other side initially.
But that's what I mean. Like, obviously in real life, you can't see black holes, can you? That's what they are. They're just nothing's there. But obviously in things like Deep Space Nine, it is visually represented, isn't it?
Well, it's a wormhole, not a black hole.
Well, yeah.
I've got a question actually.
Go on.
If when we find a black hole in the game, will the planets be affected by it as well?
Well, that's what I mean. That's what I'm talking about. Whether I can't decide whether the game's a simulation or not. Obviously, to some extent, we've got animals reproducing and things like that, which would fall under simulation. But then again, would something like a black hole? Obviously, we know how powerful a black hole's effects can be on its surroundings. Is it going to go to that extent of simulation? Because obviously,
I hope so.
Obviously, a black hole,
I really do.
It sucks in light. Black holes do.
Yeah.
They eat everything. So, is it going to go to that full extreme extent of a simulation game? It will be interesting to see.
Yeah, which I think brings us very nicely onto our final point.
It does. Will there be other activities, like side activities in the game? We know obviously we need to basically make our own story, or just go on our own adventure. There's not going to be much of a guiding hand to tell us what to do, but will there be things like, I don't know, space racing? Things like that? Or, I mean, like you said, if Craig suggests that we more than likely will come across people at some point, will people end up making their own versions of it and, giving out rare cargo as prizes for themselves?
Potentially. I mean, you can always create a forum setting where you say we'll meet at these coordinates.
Yeah.
And hold an event there.
Yeah. What about in-game ones? So obviously, what's been put in there by the computer?
Potentially. I don't know. I reckon there may be markets, and I don't think that the game is going to be this advanced, but I'd love to see something in the way of a calendar.
Right.
So if you say you find a civilized world, or at least some form of established civilization.
Yeah.
And they have a calendar, and they have established festival.
Okay, yeah.
I think that would be really cool, but again, I don't think the game is going to be that advanced.
Yeah, I can see what you mean. As far as we know, they've said that there won't be cities in the game. So obviously, trying to make festivals and things
exactly, yeah,
might be a little bit difficult. Though what they might do is like in World of Warcraft, where they put in events. So like when it's really Christmas time, there's Christmas trees, isn't there, in World of Warcraft and things. Maybe they'll do something similar. So obviously, certain times of our real life year.
That'll be pretty cool.
Certain things we may get gifts from Hello Games in the form of DLC and stuff.
Yeah, that might be cool.
Put into our downloads. I mean, there is. I know I keep harking back to Elite Dangerous, but it's the closest thing that we have right now, apart from Star Citizen. But I've never played Star Citizen, so I can't communicate that across. But in Elite Dangerous, they have community events, and I think the weekly community events where it's a set mission, but everyone can join in and doing it. And they've got to they've got to trade a certain thing so many times to help towards the community goal kind of thing. So maybe there'll come a point where, although we're not going to possibly not see other people, there'll still be a community where if we trade X amount of a certain thing, it'll work towards a community goal, and then obviously if we reach that goal after a week, there'll be a big payout for everyone who's taking part.
Well, this is what I think. I don't think there'll be sort of directly interactive like races. I don't think we'll get those, because the game is so vast already.
Yeah.
That it just seems superfluous.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the whole community goals thing would like an intergalactic marketplace.
Yeah.
Almost like a stock market.
Mm-hmm.
But it will record how much of a certain item has been traded, and that will tally up to the community goals.
Yeah.
So I think that's actually a really good idea. I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
I'd like to say like the same idea, but like maybe so they say send us a picture of the like scariest animal you found.
Yeah.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
There could be, because we know there's going to be factions in the game, don't we?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
So there could be intergalactic conflicts.
Yeah, that is true.
Which could bring in PvP.
Yeah.
Very true.
It would be interesting to see. I mean, we have seen some pictures of like large space battles, and obviously the odd videos as well. That, because obviously there's NPCs in the game now. If you do have these large like faction battles, if you're part of this faction kind of thing, going into fight another one, if someone else pops in who's on their side, and then obviously you all converge against each other.
And then obviously they can bring in like a reputation system, which obviously we know is going to be sort of implemented by like getting to know factions better. But
and obviously your actions.
Yeah. But I think having like a sort of a faction reputation system and like different like faction currencies, like in an MMO, I think might possibly be quite viable in a game like this.
Maybe. I mean, maybe not so much the currency, just because that would possibly lead on to microtransactions.
Yes.
I mean, they have said that they won't be doing that, but
that's good. I really like that.
Yeah, that would suggest, though, wouldn't it? A faction currency would suggest microtransactions. But maybe, like you said, there is the reputation within a faction, and obviously that'll progress into ranks, and obviously getting a higher rank maybe would allow you to unlock certain technologies.
Yeah.
What you can buy from, like, obviously at the internal faction market or something.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Oh. Nice. Sounds like some good ideas there, guys. So, guys, thank you so much for listening. Make sure you check out James and Craig's YouTubes and Twitters and Facebooks and whatnot. They'll all be in the description below. Make sure you also comment about what you'd like us to talk about next episode. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you for being here as well, Craig and James.
Thank you for having us.
Man.
No problem, guys. And from me to you guys, I will see you next time.